Yeah, it's rolling. Okay, it's rolling. I got another thing in mind. I found this tape of me when I was just crazy out of the. I don't know. How do I look? Anyway, I just took a shower. I'm tired. Tom Maxwell's leaving town and going to New Orleans. He says everything happens here in half measure. He can't deal with it anymore. Or he's got a career. It's his last chance. Last chance to have his career go okay. Annie DeFranco moved down there. She used to know friends of mine in Rochester. Rochester, big town, big music town. People stay there or they go to New York City. There ain't a lot of choices sometimes. A friend of mine, my sister and brother-in-law lost friends, got shot dead there in New Orleans. So, but I had my head laid down on the ground in Wilmington, and a guy waving a gun over me. You never know. I didn't have that happen in New York City. I got beat the hell up, saw double in Rochester. Robert Reich writes here, as the U.S. military prepares to launch one of the largest training exercises in history later this month in Texas. Many of the residents of Bastrop County suspect a secret Obama plot to spy on them, confiscate their guns, and ultimately establish martial law. They aren't nuts and wackos, they are concerned citizens, and they are patriots, Albert Ellison, chairman of the Bastrop Republican Party, tells the Washington Post. Bastrop's former mayor, Terry Orr, says the fear stems a fair amount from the fact we have a black president whom people believe is primarily concerned with the welfare of illegal aliens and blacks. People think the government is just not on the side of the white guy. The current Bastrop mayor, Kenneth Kesselis, says the distrust is due in part to a sense that things aren't as good as they used to be, especially economically. Well, the middle class is getting squeezed, and they've got to take it out on somebody, and Obama is a great target. An economic recovery that only enriches the top breeds bigotry and invites scapegoating. It has happened before in history. Then, as usual, Robert Rice says, "What do you think?" Well, these people never did join the United States, they never did catch it. The Union has done everything to make them as prosperous as they could be, and they didn't stay involved in the Union. They only snuck off, like everybody snucks off. About 2/3 of the nation is snuck off, hiding out from everybody else, thinking that's the way it's going to be. When they should have been involved and doing something about it all the time. Are people watching what the AIG insures anymore? They're insuring derivatives and credit default swaps and every other bunch of bullshit that fell apart. And while it's like the payola scandal, instead of everybody else getting a hold of some property, it's just the Wall Street bought it up and made the rent high. Dear landlord comes back again. It's all the same bullshit if you don't pay attention. You trusted your legislators for a long time, and that was a mistake. They got all bought off when you weren't looking. Didn't care. Thought everything was going to be okay. Normalcy bias is pretty big, and everybody doesn't think that it's a serious problem. There's no fear of war in Central Europe getting any fallout here. Renewables isolate you enough and give you enough power on your own, so grids go down all over the place. You're not, living like a Stone Age man, not knowing half the damn things you need to know to survive. I bet a lot of people don't even know how to cook. No wonder there's a cook, chef sort of thing going on. Let me look and see how the focus is on this thing. I don't know. Anyway, I probably said enough. I probably used up my time. But people need to pay attention. And I wish Tom Maxwell well over there in New Orleans, and Randy Pelosi's having a good time over there in Italy. We enjoy watching his TV channel. It might as well be. Tom Maxwell might as well have been doing his own magazine there for a while. He's good at what he found. And I think I'm going to go finish making a bass guitar now. Finally, I got real strings. I got to figure out how to do it. I'm going to cut it away. I had good wood, but it's not long enough. Thanks a lot.